Gemini moon, third house moon. Hello and welcome. This is my bathroom. This is me and this is you. And hopefully we're talking about you today. What is this energy? Okay, let me get comfortable. Gemini moon is in the house of communication, constant reports, reporting back to other people, reporting back for yourself, and reporting in general. Recording, and letting yourself be heard. It's a very wonderful placing for any kind of public speak without being true. Why? Well, because this moon is kind of looking for another person to bounce with all the time. You're looking for some kind of a dependency for others to have on you, and most likely you will be somebody who is a social glue of the situation, or some kind of a very social person that is in great equilibrium on the outside. You know what to say, you know what to do, you know when to laugh at the right time, you have the right suit on, you got the right colors on. Man, it's really hot in here. Is it me or is it you? But it's hot in here. So Gemini and third house moon is looking for stimulus without need sometimes. Like they want to be known, or they want to be possessed in a situation as somebody who's worthy. They like the certificates. They do. They like any kind of applause, any kind of genuine expression of interest. Like say when they go and they perform, they want to hear whistles. They're listening out. They're looking out for expression of interest from other people. And this moon in this position makes it really formidable for anybody with a business degree, anybody who's looking for a coach, anyone who is laughing at funerals, okay, anybody who is putting together a portfolio for someone else, and especially if they're looking for the arty presence of the executive or the business demeanor that is quirky, offbeat, very good at marketing, very good at any kind of lunar activity to do with work. What do I mean? Pushing people's buttons, tying them up, pulling on heartstrings when it's need. And sometimes this moon will succumb to that. They don't know exactly what to say in a very slight way. Oh, really? Well, Polina, nice shirt, but not mean it. And they really do rely on this other person on the other side of the screen, or on the other side of the world, the side of the life. This other person they're bouncing with, they're really relying on some kind of a expression or some kind of expression of interest, but a lot of what they get is something of a misconstrued notion. Sometimes they get people who do not understand who they are. They're like, come on man, you're fake. I know you're fake. Like they'll get people that look at them, and even though they're really trying to be real and very singularly minded, like they're really clear, I just want to go to work, or I just want to buy some stock, I just want to do this and that. Like they're very plain and very pleasant, and they're very bouncy in a way, but it's like we don't believe them, or we don't hold them close. It's like you look at a Gemini moon, and especially if you're like a Scorpio ascendant or like a Scorpio moon, you kind of go, I don't know if I can trust her or him. And this is why, well, because your emotional state is not like any other, and you don't understand this sometimes. You actually probably won't even get this if I explain it to you, but your emotional states, my dear, are erratic, and they are really combining as well. Like everyone's happy, I'm happy, that means I'm doing the right thing, and you get the thumbs up, and you got the sticker, and you got the certificate, and you got everything to show for it. But unfortunately, world doesn't really work that way, because when you are really thinking outside of the parameters of like everyday ticking boxes, it's like something in you will be in void or likely lost, because we can't have all the time sun, we can't have all the time degrees, we can't have all the time ticking boxes, and that's it, because there's so many different parameters of this reality that you don't perhaps show interest for. And here's why: because in Sagittarius, that's where you feel like you belong. If you've got another person, if you've got a partner, if you've got something in Sagittarius, have a look at your chart. Something in Sagittarius will give you a way out when you feel stuck in life, when you feel nobody wants me around or something like that, because Sagittarius is your guide. If you've got a Sagittarian person in your life, or Sagittarius like Mercury in your life, somebody who speaks through Sagittarius, I have none of those traits. I have none of those traits, but although some of my first house lands in Sagittarius, but it doesn't really matter. I look like it, but I'm not it. So just have a look at how people communicate. Have a look at how people communicate through wealth and abundance, but at the same time, they create a spiritual persona within them. So upmarket yoga studios, where people have it all. Say if somebody's a guru and they sit under a tree and they wear the same pants all the time, they won't impress you. There needs to be a ticking of boxes in their life to make you feeling like, yeah, I can trust this girl, or like I can trust this guy to, give me the right information. There has to be somebody in front of you presenting to you something on a silver platter. Like, it's the same food, but it has to be wrapped up nice. Like, presentation of whatever you are has to be very important. And this is why, because Gemini moon, third house moon, wants to be seen as good. They want to be seen as glory and diamonds, or like jewels to some degree, because they are. You guys really are optimistic, and you really kick us off on the right foot, and you get it all done in the right note, and you sit around and maybe judge us or laugh at us, but you really put us into the right scenarios, and you really formidably squish us, with your comments and stuff, which really makes us rise to the top. What to say and when to say it, to trigger different people and to help them evolve. But without your own involvement in your own spiritual evolution, you cannot reach that far. Like, you can go around in a circle and say, I've got a car, now I've got a house, now I've got a husband. Okay, things are not working. I'll get a new car, and then I'll get a new house, and then I'll get a kid. Things are still not working. Okay, I'll go back to the previous car, same brand, different shampoo. Things are not working. Okay, I go to the celestial plane, have a look at the stars. Go around different galaxies. Maybe I'll go astral traveling tonight. Maybe I'll learn about astral traveling. Maybe I'll meditate. If that doesn't work, is that working? I don't need that new car. It's okay. I don't need anything. Hey, my kid is crying. Wonder why? Okay. Well, my husband's a dick. Maybe I should get a lover. Hang on. Maybe I should go out there, and maybe I should see a guru in India and just sit there for a while under a tree. Maybe see what happens. No. I'm going to join an ashram where people pay $5,000 a visit, and then maybe I will trust that the change will take place. So you go to the ashram and you go, oh, my kid is just not very connected to me, or my husband is looking for another because I'm not, energetically there. Wow. And then you kind of go, maybe I don't need any cars. Maybe I'll just walk around on foot. Maybe I need to change my life. Things happen for a reason for you, and there needs to be a calling towards sitting down meditating, or sitting down and elaborating on the spiritual arts, different ideas, and perhaps it'll be one step at a time. Some people have more scenarios for spiritual recreationism. They can sit under a tree for their whole life, and that's just what their life is. But for you, I feel it would be very unlikely until a very even early time of struggle. If you've got Chiron, Pluto things happening and you've got a lot of struggle, or maybe if you are really weak or dying, or almost dead later on in life, but there is a chance that things won't change for a while. And this is why, because this energy, moon on the third house, moon in Gemini, it wants to see results, and it wants it all to be revealed straight away. If I can't have this, well, who am I? What do I call myself if I can't have that great suit? Anything like that. And things kind of accumulate, and you can create a lot of goods. You can create a lot of people, you can create a lot of things, but at the end of the day, nobody's there for you. Nobody's real. It's all just accumulation of ticks. Well, by society standards, I'm living a life. But at the same time, there needs to be some kind of a guru-like presence in your life to get you there, or maybe an intention to be a little bit more worthy of yourself, for yourself, and not to cover up with daily recognition of the numerical system. For example, I got this much money in my bank account, I must be doing well. Nothing like that. So if you've got a boyfriend, if you've got a girlfriend, this is a very good time to see them through. And I'm kicking into the energy at present. Perhaps it is different energy when you're watching this, but whenever you are a Gemini moon and Gemini, third house moon, it will be likely that you'll find somebody in your later life that is exactly like you. That is very much like you, who's competitive, who competes for a living maybe, who's an athlete. Or maybe somebody who just really loves it when people bitch, loves it when people wear those dresses, loves everybody to just be at the table talking about nonsense, laughing at each other. Well, if you have manifested a guru of sorts in yourself, then perhaps you are worthy of somebody like that in your life. And if you've got somebody like that in your life, it's very important to say thank you, universe, because you're unstoppable together. And if you are, say, two guys and you've been a couple for a long time, this is wonderful, this magnificent energy, because you can connect within yourself to everything. If you find that person who is, good enough to be with you and yet be themselves and be exactly like you, man, that's a huge blessing. It means you've done a lot of things right and you really deserve somebody special in your life. But if you haven't, that's okay too. And eventually with this moon, you will find a presence unfulfilling in your life and a partner until they can be heaps like you, and even dress the same. And that's why these couples work, is because they create a whole variety of experience for each other, with each other, by using these crazy methods of dislocating from norm, but creating a norm between them too, because there's two of them. So whatever you are, whoever you are, I hope you enjoy this day. Thank you very much for listening to this prognose, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I had a lot of fun reading for you, through you, with you. And yes, thank you.